Those little ooh-ahs make me happy. Hi, everybody. You've been busy. Somebody just sneaked in time. Deborah, welcome. I'm glad you're here just in time because it's just about to start. I got a little frog going on here. Try not to eat the frog. You know the book, Eat the Frog? Don't eat the frog. It makes you sound funny. But we got a good talker tonight because we've got Biddy Penny. I am Mary Gunn, and Mary Gunn Funny, your intrepid host of Craft Roulette. This is Craft Roulette. Welcome to the friends of Gina from last week, and Biddy this week, and Biddy's dog. If you are here because you saw Biddy's dog on the video, we're glad you're here. Ruff, ruff. Also, if you are expecting Bindu, thank you for coming and visiting with us. This is Craft Roulette. I'll tell you just a second what happened. The ultimate paper crafting card making game show challenge, and we're live almost every Friday night. And what do I have right here? I've got a seat for you and your friends. We are almost to hit our 4th anniversary. We've been spinning this wheel and making some parameters and lots of cards. We've got a lot to share. As a matter of fact, did you see the slideshow? That was just a part of the cards that we received this week on Craft Roulette. From last week, 470. Give yourselves a pat on the back, a kiss on the brain, and a bunch of hearts. My gosh, you guys made a lot of cards. That is so many cards. I was so impressed. I did get up this morning, I got up in the middle of the night and just went, how many did they get? And I went, 4. Am I looking at that right? I had to put my glasses on. 470 cards. That is a record. So congratulations. Well done. And I'm really, really thrilled. The parameters were great. We're going to talk about them a little later in the show. But they were fun. They were fun. And you guys really rocked it. You couldn't have done better. What great cards. You want to see them all? You can see them over on craftroulette.live. There's a gallery. There's bonus cards. And there's also some videos. So congratulations on making episode 200. As if having Gina K on is not enough, you guys really went and made the show extend into some wonderful, wonderful memories. So, Bindu was supposed to be here from Crafty Meraki this week. Our schedules just couldn't sync up, and that was too bad. She had some sick kids and had to go to doctors and different things, and that's tough. We always say family first. So to that end, we just said we can't have you on without coming on and testing all the stuff. This is, like Biddy Penny said right before the show, this is a well-oiled machine. It may look like there's nothing that goes on between Fridays, but there's a lot that goes on between Fridays. And so if any little bit doesn't happen, then we have to readjust. And so that's what happened. I know that she's got a lot of expos coming up throughout 2024. I hope you go and meet her. If she's nearby you, you can go over to Crafty Meraki and check out all that information. I was really looking forward to it. I've heard so many nice things about her. So hope your kids are doing better, and thank you for giving us a try. If you have not given us a Vinny yet, we would so love that. A Vinny is a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, we would love that as well. We hit another big goal last week when we hit 10,000. So 10,000 subscribers. And by the way, remind me to remind you that Biddy Penny is getting pretty close to 10,000 subscribers too. So let me remind you to remind me to remind everybody to make sure you're subscribed to her YouTube channel as well. Spin sponsors this month? You want to talk giveaways? We've got giveaways, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crafters and craftettes. Your Paper Insider will be giving a box of their beautiful papers away every week this month. Gina K is giving away $100 each week this month to some lucky card submitter. Whoa! And Colorado Craft Company is giving away 2 $25 gift certificates. Outstandingly generous, everyone. It's just the cherry on the top because there's so much fun that goes on here. If you like card making and you like kind of being thrown into the deep end and say, I don't know what I'm going to make, but I'm going to make it anyway. All parameters are doable. Hand me my Superman cape and let's do it. We are not sponsored by any company. Not that we're against it, but we're not. We get the support from our patrons, and the patrons are sending the fun and all this. I'm really kind of slow tonight, aren't I, Mr. Producer? But the patrons are sending this fun all over the world. Oh no! I got the trombone. Oh gee! Oh, I got the cheers! Yay! I feel better now. Our patrons are great. We'll have them all at the end of the show in their little list. But we do want to welcome a whole bunch of new ones this week. Linda, thank you. Erica, Carrie F, Reva Z, Laura M, Candace Brill, Kim Sharp, and Dominic all joined us over on the Patreon blog and website. We also have a special place on our website. I know that I was on a call because I do 4 Zoom calls a month with our patrons, and tomorrow is an all Zoom call too, by the way. Make sure you check that out. It's over on our blog, but our patron blog. But I really appreciated what Kelly Hughes said on a Zoom call today or this week. She said, "I just feel like I get more bang for my buck with Mary." That was just so dear. Another round of applause. Whoa, I'm so excited. Want to make sure that we give a nod to Marianne Hill, who is our personal crochet over in the UK. I have not changed his clothes because I am not superstitious, but the Super Bowl is not over yet, and he has worn this since the playoffs started. Go Chiefs. And then the little flannel shirt underneath is made by the House of DeTizio, our friend Arlene DeTizio. I think that's enough of this. I do. Mr. Producer's over there, Chatterbox, thanks for being here. I so appreciate you. Mr. Producer is the man behind the curtain. He does all the tech, and he has set us up with all these little different sections of the show and all that. I just sit back and hang out with nice people like our friend Biddy Penny. Bring her in, please. Yay! There she is.
Hello, everyone.
You didn't forget. I'd forgotten. You have the orange spoonaphone. You and Amanda.
I do. It stays in my paintbrush.
That's
it's always ready to go.
I've got mine right here. But one time I left it on the floor and Boomer chewed it up. So that's why it's a little sad looking. But anyway, Biddy Penny is our friend. She's been here how many times? This is her 8th appearance. She lives in Texas. She's like, I could call her and say, "Hey, Biddy Penny, I'm going to have a special show at 3 a.m. You want to join me?" She'd say, "Yeah."
Let's do it.
See, there you go. For the few people that have not had the pleasure of meeting you, could you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm a girl with an iPhone and a craft room, and I like to share my journey, and I love playing with paper.
Mm-hmm. You do love paper. Do you have a favorite kind of paper?
No, I would never be that prejudiced. I love it all.
You do. Your channel is, you just come on whenever you want, and you do lives, and you do some videos as well. But you do lives, and you often are doing junk journals or mixed media and frankenpaper, all sorts of different things. I like that. You're definitely your own brand.
I just stay true to following my free spirit, you know? When I walk through the doors of my craft room, there's no limits of what I can do. And I like being able to walk in and go, I think I feel like a junk journal today. I think I'm going to make a bunch of 5x7 cards today and just follow my bliss. That's what it's all about.
We like that. It's always fun. I often will put you on in the background and just kind of enjoy it. There was one video, and I know I don't want anybody to think I was mean. I want to get this out before we go any further because I laughed so hard. You were in such pain and angst, but I was laughing so hard at your slow stitching video.
Yes.
What was, you had an embroidery hoop and you were trying to do slow stitching on adding some little strips of material, and the material was all folded up and it was all wrinkled, and then you ironed it and then you couldn't get it to work, and you were trying different stitches, and you had a book you were following, and you were getting all tangled up on the hoop, and you're going, why don't they make these things square anyway? And you just I was laughing so hard. I would later in the day I would think about it and I'd just start laughing all over again. Was I being
I'm so
mean?
glad. I am like the Calamity Jane of slow stitch. It's come to my attention. I love the humble, grounding experience of starting something completely new, and just laughing through it.
Really?
It's invigorating in a sense, to find something that is really challenging, and like, I don't know, like I even said it in that video. So for anyone who's curious about this video, if you want to watch it later and have a laugh, actually I've only put 2 slow stitch videos out, and they're both a calamity, and I'm laughing with you through it. So please laugh at me all you want. If you're having a bad day, you might turn on Dear Diary, I Might Hate Slow Stitch, which was the last one.
Dear Diary, I Might Hate Slow Stitch. Even the title made me laugh. So yeah, it's a gem. It's a gem. It should be a YouTube classic. It should find its way into funny crafting videos forever. I think it has gained a place in the halls. It was wonderful.
Well, I'm glad, because that hoop is still out in my craft room, and when I walk in, it gives me a little bit of angst. I'm like, no. It's like a showdown. It's like a face-off when I see that hoop. I'm like,
this craft room's not big enough for the 2 of us. Embroidery.
My shoulders get all tense.
And you hear the sounds of the, what is that does that on the westerns? Anyway, well, we've got a lot to do. You've chosen some interesting parameters for your choices. You guys get ready. But you had a question for me.
I just really want to know, what is craft roulette?
Let's find out. We'll be right back. Thank you for being here, Chatterbox, Mr. Producer, and Bitty Penny. We'll be right back.
What is Craft Roulette? Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. Each category has 24 possible options with a combined possibility of 331,776 unique projects. Whoa. We're live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central on youtube.com/craftroulette. Please like and subscribe. Each week we bring on a special guest crafter to create along with us and share their unique take on the challenge. You can play too. Complete a unique project of your own using the same 4 parameters set in this episode. You'll have 48 hours to contribute by submitting pictures of your project through the submission form on craftroulette.live. Contributions are featured on marygunfund.com's weekly episode blog and the next episode. Let's recap last week's episode and submissions.
I gotta make sure I just been blowing my nose. That's what we do every Friday, and we do it very sophisticatedly. Wrong show. Anyway, it is what we do every Friday. It's a lot of fun. We really would love to have you. We've met so many nice people. I see a bunch of you right now in the chatter box, and we have just appreciated meeting young kids that like to make cards, clear up to people that are quite elderly. Getting closer there all the time. There is all those little pins dropping in from last week's cards. Look at you guys. We got Hawaii, we've got Jamaica, we've got Ecuador, we've got South Africa, Nigeria, I believe that one's Vietnam. We've got Finland. We've got the Shetland Islands. We've got Sweden. You're everywhere. You're everywhere. If you don't meet, yeah, there you go. Some cheers. If you don't meet a friend at Michael's or something, I think if you wear your little craft roulette, I go to Michael's with my craft roulette shirt on. Nobody knows me. It's okay. But we had 470 contributions. I think that's darn amazing. That is a record for us. Now we are almost to 29,000. We should be at 30,000 by the time we get to our 4th anniversary. All things staying the same. But that's an amazing amount of cards. Well done. These cards, by the way, are all sent in electronically. They do not come to my house. I don't have that big a house. So what'd you think of those parameters last week? You certainly liked making something. So let's see. You were inspired. You didn't think it was hard. You liked the project of the kids card. I did too. I really liked the kids card thing. You did great with the colors. I thought there might be, you might feel a little bit like you had to do blues, purples, and that kind of thing. But we went all over the place like we always do. The element parameter comic or cartoon, I thought there might be some fussing about that too, but you didn't. You did it very creatively. We've had like the cells. We had just a lot of speech bubbles. We had emoticons. Gina did a great job. And you enjoyed the random of buttons. Buttons are kind of a throwback to early card making, and so it was fun to see how you use that. But you also used it very modernly with buttons on consoles and Game Boys and all the things. So that's not very modern, but to me, it's very modern. So well done. I'm glad to see that you liked it more than didn't. That was my card, and it lights up. My button was a button for Pear Blossom Press Easy Lights, and it was twinkle lights, so it went all over with her little eyeballs, and then the little belly band there, or the belly button from the wheel. So she did. That was a fun card. I enjoyed making it. Thank you, Amanda, for making the Pear Blossom Press lights so fun. Gina K did a completely different color scheme and feel. She did have a phone in her background, and then she had some buddies, so they felt very cartoony and kid-friendly. Very good with the colors on the cooler palette there. I think it looked great. And then she had the button down at the bottom, but she also had a button on her phone. So that was just perfect. If you didn't see that show, she's always lovely and a lot of fun to have on the show. We really appreciate her a lot. Well done, Gina. Shall we bring Betty Penny back in for our parade of achievements? There's that frog again. There, are you ready? We were enjoying the cards before the show. The slideshow before the show does not show how many, all the cards. They are randomly chosen. It's not because we like some more or less. It's just that they're randomly chosen by the computer. So, this is our parade of achievements. This is where we get to say welcome to our first timers, and I think we have 38. And give a little huzzah for our major milestone achievers like 20, 25, 50, 75, Sold American, leading ladies, and we have one special woman that's new to Club 52. So this is on a timer. We won't have much time. I'm just going to say your names, and I have practice. Just a second. So we'll see if I get it right, even after practicing. Are you ready, Bitty Petty?
I'm ready.
All right, let's roll them. First timers, a very special group. We're so glad to welcome Becky D.
Oh, I love that house. It's a great cartoon.
Terry G.
Oh, I like the simplicity there.
Lindsay from Maryland.
Dynamite.
Polly Newsom, Tejas.
Oh,
Karen.
super cute.
You're so cute. Cheryl from California.
Oh, I love that scene.
Pam from Illinois.
Nice photo. I like the monochromatic there.
Linda from Iowa. Michelle from Pennsylvania. Michelle Graham. Judy J. from Arizona.
Super cute.
Laura Murcott from Stratfordshire. Megan Decker.
Don't kiss that frog.
Amnerus. Nicole.
Oh,
Kathy H.
oh, cool. I'm looking closer. That's neat.
Anita Vasquez.
Bring on the buttons.
Laura M.
Sweet.
Penny from Michigan.
I'm a penny too.
Kathy W. Michelle Canes.
Oh, sweet.
Amanda, not gonna try. Kathy W.
Oh, that's a party.
Mm-hmm. Scrappin' Crafty Gardener, Kathy B. Welcome.
That's cool.
Marianne Donald.
I like that. Burr.
Rhonda Arroyo.
Nice ink blending.
Crafty Rhea. Kim Englehart. Aw.
How sweet.
Sheila B. Simple Bees Creations.
Nice coloring.
Pam McClung.
I like that.
Donna Dunn.
Where are my nomies at?
Maria Butchko. Sloth. Heather B.
Love that.
Becca I.
Cool.
Dora B. I saw you were here earlier.
I think I have that stamp set.
Shireen from Jamaica. Cards for Cancer. You know her.
Carla. Hi, Carla.
Vivian Chow, California. Becky Solomon.
Oh, robots.
Good old robots.
I know.
Well done. We're so glad you're here. For our major milestone achievers, we got 25 cards from Susan Roberts in Colorado.
Why make one when you can make two?
Sandy Barra from Michigan.
Oh, sweet moose.
Kathy Christians from Texas.
Yay.
25 cards from Brenda Leiswald. Gloria Davis has sent in 50.
Nice.
Vicky Stamp Smiles has sent in 50. And I cased that card on Whodunit. Angie from Houston, 50 cards. Deborah Norris, 50 cards.
Oh,
Birthday Bob Sadler, 75 cards. Well done, Bob.
way to go, Bob.
Chris H, 75 cards on our 200th show. That's right.
Nice.
Lisa Taylor, 125.
Wow.
Phew, is right. Our leaders this week. Smurf Murphy starts us off with 161 cards. Jackie Muller, her submission twin, with 161, sent in Roulette. Kathy Herring, 165. 5K now, 6K Lamone, 167.
Nice.
Our friend Card Monkey has sent in 178, not missing a week. And Patty Beck has sent in 195 in a row, not missed a week as well. Welcome to Club 52, our friend Mara. I know Mara from a lot of Zoom calls, and I am sorry to tell you, Mara, there are no special perks, no benefits to being in Club 52, except for bragging rights, but you still don't get any special parking, no nights off at the hospital, nothing. But we sure really appreciate all you do for us at Craft Roulette, including your 52 cards. Well done. Well done, you all. It's a great gallery.
Yes.
I think it's
Absolutely.
the kids' cards could actually be used for kids of all ages. Just saying. And it might even be, if you have kids that want to learn how to make cards, even looking through that may be something they could relate to and go, oh yeah, cards for kids and kids for cards. And it does kind of work together, because that's how I got introduced to the stamping part of card making was through a kid's class. So, yeah. So I think it's a neat thing.
Yeah. I've done some classes with kids, making cards. I like to make a lot of cards for donation. And I worked with some kids to make a bunch of cards for a local hospital, a children's hospital. And gosh, I think they made like 300 cards in an afternoon. I had 3 classes, and each class is about an hour long, and they just had so much fun. I brought a ton of stickers, and everything was kind of pre-cut, and they got to just play. And then I was blown away and inspired by the no rules and anything goes and their approach.
Right. I used to let the kids at school make cards for a reward. And they would, have, there's 4 sides to a card. There's front, back, front, inside, back. They would cover all 4 surfaces. It was just I'm putting it all out there. It's too much fun just to create. And it was fun. Yeah. On to that, you have done some card drives that have been outstanding. One thing about children's hospitals I learned here is you have to be they have very specific things that they allow. Yes. So if you want to do something like that, please check with your local hospitals and what their requirements are before you make 500 cards and then they say, I'm sorry, I can't take it.
Exactly.
Just word to the wise, it really does make a difference. But that was last week, wasn't it, Biddy Penny?
It was.
Who's ready for this week? Do I get any spins?
Let's do it. Spin.
There are our parameters we will be spinning for. We got lots to choose from. And there's, like the video said, when you put them all together, mash them up, you can get a lot of combinations. So there's no way to truly know what we're going to do until about 5 minutes from now. We do choose from project, color, element, and random, but first we always give our patrons a little thing we call a veto. That means that if the wheel lands on a vetoed item, we will spin again. You can use the vetoed item if you want to, and it makes sense in the card, the parameters that we do get. This will make sense maybe in a few minutes. But let's find out what our vetoes were, Mr. Producer. For project, what did the patrons vote? We had over 300 people that we surveyed. They do not want baby card. Okay. We did just have kids card. Maybe that's too close. For color, what did they say they didn't want? These are all chosen by the computer as well. Informal. It kept coming up. It keeps coming up, and you guys keep saying no.
Options, the voting options.
And I moved a whole source of parameters all around so it would be different. Maybe I caused the same problem by doing that. I don't know. And for element, what did they say no thank you to? You see one that you don't like? Lifts. They didn't want lifts. That's kind of abstract. I will admit that. So that was pretty strong on 40%. And for random, what did they not want? Oh,
that's close.
Well, it's tied.
Wow.
They tied between mixed media and something from your floor. Now, I happen to know you'd probably like either one of those, but you get to decide which one gets vetoed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're our tiebreaker.
Yep, you're our vice president of the night.
Oh. I'm going to shock everyone. I'm just going to say mixed media because I got so much stuff on my floor. I would hate to I'll rule that out.
Okay.
That is shocking.
I
know.
Yeah, but I knew you'd be okay with either one.
Is your floor also mixed media then?
Mm-hmm.
Your floor is mixed media?
Yeah, it has fabric, stamps, paper, buttons. It's got everything.
Well, I think we're off to a good start. Now that means if you want to use mixed media and we get something else and it works, you can still use mixed media. If you get something from your floor and you want to use mixed media, you can still do that. There's our cuckoo clock. But you get to vote. Would you like to veto something?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, she never does. But you do have some interesting choices for your chips on the table. What would you, and it's what you want.
Everyone crossed their fingers. I really want these.
Nobody wants these. I'm sorry. But most people are not going to like your choices.
We'll have a lot of fun.
Let us know in the chatterbox what you think.
I went project number 9, which was an A9.
Yeah.
Number 10, but
Close enough.
close enough.
Is that not the right number?
It's fine. We'll just, keep going.
It was right next door.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Color number 6, Main Street.
Main Street. It has been vetoed before.
I really want that one. Elements. Oh, it was so hard, but I did pick number 22, Monday.
Monday. Somebody else picked that, though, for chips on the table. I can't remember who it was right off. And it was surprising to me then and now, too. And then random, what would you like?
Random, half and half. Number 2.
Half and half. Number 2. Yeah, I like half and half. We've had it once, and it turned out to be a great parameter. So,
Yeah.
so you would make an A9 something, Main Street colors, Monday as your element in half and half. What do you guys think? I'm
Are
seeing
y'all all
ooh.
uncrossing your fingers now?
I see Monday question.
Also,
Nobody
A9
likes Monday.
Question.
Yeah, I knew it was you were
People
on
don't know
the
what
edge.
size that is. Can you explain the size?
Yeah, you take it 8.5 by 11, and you fold it on the 11-inch side at 5.5, and that's your card.
But you chose it for one reason was doesn't say card.
It doesn't say card. It says A9. So if you know the measurement, then it could be a journal page. So someone could actually take all the other parameters and do an entry into like a junk journal or something like that, or an art journal,
A little
glue
folio or
book,
something.
you know? So I thought that size then lent itself to any kind of paper crafting kind of application, really.
There goes the brain. There goes the ideas. Well, let's see what this. Now we know what vetoes we have. We know what the patrons are thinking. We know what you're thinking. But let's find out who the real McCoy. What is Mr. Wheel thinking? Let's warm him up. Is this close enough, Mr.
Zoom it in a little.
Just a tiny bit. There. Okay. Didn't check that before. There we go. Well, Mary Collier says hooray for A9. Now, for project, will we get A9? Heidi Ryan doesn't understand Mondays. Well, nobody does, honey. Nobody understands Mondays. Number 15, an easel card. We're going to talk about each and every one of these in a little bit. If you don't know what something is, we'll see if we can make sense soon enough. Number 10, oh my gosh, quiet colors. Is that even something you can do? We'll find out. Element. That's almost as bad as slow stitching for you. 13. Sweets. And for random. I had something in mind for sweets, but it was not quiet colors. Bokeh. Yeah. All right.
That's fun.
Well, here's my speech before we get started.
Speech,
Miss Amanda's speech. This is your art project. We're not going to tell you what to do, what to use, or how to make it. We want to see your artistic expression. However, we aren't going to teach you anything. We're not going to do any process video here at all. This is an art project, and you can do very literal, Hey Google, or I don't like saying that because people's things go off, but AGY Google, what's bokeh? And they will tell you. It's wonderful, and then you can figure it out. Or you can just say, I think I know what that is, and I know how I'm going to use it. I know Gina K just did a video on 3 ways or 5 ways how to do that, so that's kind of cool. It can also be, your cards can be very simple. They can be classic and simple. You can use the standard stamps, papers, all those kind of things. Or you can make them highly interpreted and very artistic, and whichever. We're good with whatever you like making and whatever you feel comfortable with or whatever you want to do. Now, the thing is, you get to play along. You do have to include the 4 parameters. They have to make sense, but if you think they're a little on the edge, if you can explain it and justify it, we will accept it. Those 4 things have to be included, but they don't have to be the main thing. They can kind of be in there like a little sneaky thing, or they can be your main focus, whichever you want to do. They do need to be family friendly. I need to be able to talk about them without blushing, and they need to be handmade. So other than that, that's my speech. Okay.
You can use digital stamps as long as you print them, cut them out, and put them on a card.
Yep. There you go. There you go. That's it. If you're coming in late, just sit back and relax. We're going to explain all this. Easel card. It is a fold. One thing, it's a fold, but you could also have an easel on your card.
Mm-hmm.
You could make a image of an easel. It doesn't. Yeah, we're good with being able to mess around with the parameters. Real good with it. What do you don't make a lot of easel cards? Do you make them in your journals or anything?
I used to, and it's exciting that it's come back up because I haven't made one in probably a year or longer. So it's still not throwing me off of what I wanted to do here tonight. I always try to do something different when I come.
Mm-hmm.
And so tonight I'm taking a collage approach.
Of course. Aren't we all? With quiet colors?
Right? Quiet colors. Yeah, that will be the interesting part.
Okay. I will show everybody how to do an easel card. They're very simple, but I will show you the basics of an easel card here in a few minutes. Quiet colors are going to be a little bit... Are they going to be loud colors that you can quiet down with vellum or whitewash, gesso, something like that?
Mm-hmm.
You could do something like that, or quiet colors. I think of pastels, things that are soothing, not the colors you find in McDonald's, or anything like that. Yeah, quiet colors are not Bitty Penny. They are just not. But your shirt is still. I mean, your room is a pretty quiet yellow, so it's not like a bold yellow. It's just a softer version of itself. So we might be looking at some things. And coming off the kids' week, this might be really good, just as a change of pace. But, yep, there's different ways to make quiet, too. You can think of pastels. You can think of darker, if you have darker, you could even, what am I trying to say? Put grays and things, grayscale. Increase your grayscale on a color and it will make it a little more toned down.
Or monochromatic.
Or
monochromatic.
Kind of quiet
because it doesn't have a lot of different color.
Or vellum may be the best friend you have.
I like vellum. That was a good idea.
Yeah, because it definitely tones down a color. Dawn colors are quiet. Yep, there you go. That's what I was trying to get to very ineffectively. Rose and purple. Thank you, Gwen. Yeah, blues very calming. Yeah, I'm kind of getting relaxed right now. You know what I mean? Just talking about.
There's a lot of blue last week with Burr.
Yes.
A lot of quiet, I think, and serene kind of approaches last week too.
Sweets.
Snowy scenes and things like that.
Sweets.
Yummy.
Candy. Sweethearts. We've got Valentine's.
Oh yeah. I was thinking pastries.
We just had that carb week on bakery colors. Now we've got sweets. This is not a good show for dieters. But, because we're always talking about food and
quit
getting
that
hungry.
by now.
I think so. That was so last month.
Exactly.
Sweets, yeah, if you had some candies, and it doesn't have to be the focal point. You can have some little candy, maybe if you even had some sparkles in a shaker card that had some little candy looking aspects to them. That could
just
be
be in your
like that.
sentiments.
Sweet in your sentiment is very, very good.
And then that opens up the theme of your card a lot more. You could have, profile of a man and woman, like Valentine's kind of, think vintage Valentine's, and just have like, I'm sweet on you, whatever.
I think I just got my idea. That's good. I think I got it. Bokeh, I've seen it different spell or pronounced several different ways. It's actually a photography effect, and you see it on Hallmark movies. Whenever you've got the two sweethearts being quiet together on an easel, they have those sparkly lights in the background in the circles and
out of focus
lights. They always do it, out of focus lights. So that's kind of what it is. And you can do it with stencils. You can do it in different like white inks on papers and things to make it look like it's kind of ethereal and fun and beautiful. It's going to be good for Valentine's Day. You can make a Valentine to hand over to somebody.
Yeah.
So, I think it'll work. I just looking back at that easel, that my card may not be easel friendly.
What is Biddy Penny thinking?
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm going to be going through my collage books, and I think the bokeh and honestly the quiet colors are probably the thing that I have to plan the most. The easel card is done. That decision was made. Mr. Wheel made that for us. So I feel like it's the colors and bringing in the bokeh that I have to like strategize the most. Yeah.
Dang. Yeah. Okay. Actually, I'm thinking how I can do that easel for the one I want. But, sometimes when I get dug into a project, it just doesn't work. So I hope I have not dug myself into a project that it's not going to work. But I'm going to try it. What the heck, It's just paper. It's just you and me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What size of card are you going to make, Mary?
A2.
A2?
Sorry, I am not going to go A9.
I'm not going to go A9. I'm going to do 5x7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still a pretty big easel. I mean, they make easels of all sizes, right?
Right.
Yeah, they do.
So.
Huh. All right. Well, are you ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3. Let's go for the collage. This is a little break time for us to go get our things. You guys can go get a drink or whatever, but if you do, you're going to miss my 2 best commercials ever. We'll be right back with some stuff and ready to go, I hope. Yikes.
Does card making ever wear you out? Are you just having one of those days? You ever say to yourself, I wish there were more craft roulette on each week? Well, have we got good news for you? In Review is like part 2 of Craft Roulette, which features you, our card contributors. It'll be easy to find because it airs here on our Craft Roulette YouTube channel. We go live almost every Tuesday evening at 6:30 p.m. Central, and we do a number of fun things during the show, including Mail Call, where I share some of the nice cards and goodies people send us. Our Card Showcase, where we take a longer look at some of the contributions sent in from the most recent episode. And our Who Done It Mystery Game, where I recreate a card from the most recent episode's gallery, live on air. Everyone in the live chat gets to try and figure out which card I'm recreating. So, if you want more of what we do on Craft Roulette, you'll love our show, In Review. The whodunit mystery game is just a game, and we do not actually solve mysteries, but we do actually solve mysteries. The show is supposed to be on Tuesdays, but we reserve the right to reschedule as necessary. Mary will not always know what she is doing, especially with buttons and or math. Stretchy pants and snacks are not required, but advisable. Please bring a friend. Too much fun for one person included.
Hey, Cool Mary here. You might remember me from my breakthrough role, the In Review infomercial. While normal me and the special guest are gathering their supplies, let me take this opportunity to tell you about our stamp set, our die set. Whoa. Let me, Cool Mary, show you what you can do with them. Tubular. Whoa! Gnarly. Yes, you can order these off our web shop. Every purchase helps support our shows, and in return, you can be like me, Cool Mary. Well, I don't know. This is like, this is a kind of a surprising combination for me. Is it my cold? I don't know. But I wanted to show you easel cards before we go any farther. Let me get a piece. I forgot the paper for it. Details. They're super easy. They're a great way to make your card a little fancier without a whole lot of effort. So this is an 8.5, or it's just going to be an A2 size card. It's 4.5 or 4 1/4 by 5.5. You fold it normally, like you would for a top folding card, or you can do it any orientation. I'm just going to show one, and then you fold it back or under, like a Z fold or Z fold. But this part folds in half like that. And so the card sits like this, but then you can put something on it, another rectangle or a circle or whatever you want. And then it lifts up so that this part is free and standing above the card base. And you put a little stopper there, like some chipboard with something pretty on it, a sticker or something like. Usually you build it up with a couple layers. And then that holds it up like that. And then you can have your little message. You can have surprises. You can do all sorts of fun things. They are really wonderful cards. And I hope you will try them and join us, because we've got a lot of cards. We have a lot this week, and we want more because we're kind of greedy that way. But everybody good with that? Or do you need anything else I can show you? Let me know.
Biddy is ready. I'm going to bring her back.
Okay. All right. There she is. Well, so for my easel, I am going to attempt, before this live audience, to draw an easel like back here, or make a paper piece, an easel back here, because these guys are going out for some sweets. And so, because they're friends, and they're going to have an easel back there with some things on it, like how much a donut is, stuff like that there. So that's my easel going to be. It's going to be an actual, like at a shop. My quiet colors, I chose So I think they're pretty quiet. They're like soft colors. And then these guys are brown, so they're pretty soft. They themselves are not soft, they're bears. And then sweets, they're little sweethearts, and they're going out for a Valentine treat. And they fold up on each other. And then Boca, or whatever. I have some circle stencils, a little finger dauber, and some old white ink. So that's what I have. Whew, that was a lot. What are you cutting out there?
Well, I was kind of thinking of maybe a kind of like a anti-Valentine's. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I love
Right?
Valentine's and I love love, but those two just kind of crack me up. I'm looking through an extraordinary things to cut out and collage book, and I was kind of looking for that idea of two sweethearts, which is probably what I'll end up looking for.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I've got that. I've got these painted papers. These aren't necessarily bokeh, but my friend painted these and sent them to me in Happy Mail. And I'm thinking I can kind of turn them into bokeh.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And then I have my 5x7, which is scored at 2.5, so that I have my easel pop up. And then I will be making my collage on a regular 4x6 index card. So I got those out because that's where my collage is going to go.
Off to a good start.
Yeah. This is fun.
Yay! I like hearing that.
I love it.
You get a lot of printables, don't you?
I do. I love printables. I've always enjoyed them. Even when I first started my channel, I was using a lot of them. And I used to have a series called Digital Spotlight, but then it really didn't need to be a series anymore because I was using them so much. I'm on quite a few design teams for printables too, because, you know, I figure with friends all over the world, it's nice to share and use products that people can get no matter where they are. So,
Yeah, that makes
like
sense.
that.
Yeah,
I like
that
these
makes
two
good
sweethearts.
sense.
So,
They're pretty cute.
yeah, this
Got
lady
Carmen
reminds me of
Miranda
my
down there
mother-in-law.
too. Aw.
Okay.
Now, is your sister-in-law still making cards? You got her started.
I don't know that she is. She kind of got into applique with fabric.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that's what she's doing now. And doing just these amazing wall hangings and blankets.
slow stitch.
Maybe slow stitch.
Oh man.
Slow stitch.
Yeah.
You know, I just
I
have a
have-
greater appreciation for people who do it and enjoy it now.
Textile art is a wonderful thing.
It is, and I love it. I
Mhm.
just might not. It's all in the name. You know, like it says slow stitch. I'm a fast crafter and I mass produce a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of the content that I share is showing people, you know, how to mass produce things. So
Right. Because you
I
also
should have known
sell at
when it
shows
said
and things.
slow stitch, it might not be for me.
It may
It
have
was
been
in
a
the name
clue.
after all.
But can you do slow stitch fast?
Yeah, with my sewing machine.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in that video, the last one, the Dear Diary one, I mean, I got to where I just made up my own like faux blanket stitch. It wasn't even the real thing. I just figured out how I could hand stitch and slow
Yeah.
stitch faster, making it look like I was doing the blanket stitch, but I really wasn't.
That's funny.
One of my friends, subscribers, said that she could see me having a whole book by the end of by the time I was done of my faux slow stitch.
Do you remember the Pointer Sisters? They were, they used to have a song about a man with a, anyway, I kept thinking, I want to craft with a slow stitch.
Oh, yes. I know that song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just kept singing it. I saw them in person one time. It was really fun. They were very entertaining. You have a musical background. People may or may not know. You managed a reggae band.
Yes, I did.
Oh, if this has any ink at all. Nope.
I sure did. That was so such a fun job and time. But boy, it was a job wrangling all those musicians. Because I was their tour manager and booking manager. So I'd have to go out on tour with them for a month at a time and put up with all their shenanigans and get them to the next gig on time.
Yeah, that's tough.
And I was young. I was wanting to do my own shenanigans. But it was so much fun. And not that long ago, it was this summer, we got the band back together and they did kind of a reunion show. And it was
that right?
Yeah. Oh, it was so wonderful. It was so much fun.
Are they all in your local area?
No, they've all dispersed, to different areas and different things. And, but it was just so much fun. And I've stayed in contact with the lead singer, the guy who, paid all the bills and really made the band possible. It was his vision. Mm-hmm. And so I stayed in touch with him all these years. His wife and I were friends and things like that. But it was just great to see everyone jamming out again.
Yeah. What'd your kids think?
Well, they didn't go with us, but they understood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Their father's Jamaican. They understand.
There you go.
We're going to go see a reggae show, guys.
We got we got a submission from Jamaica.
This
last week.
That is so awesome.
Isn't that nice?
I was wondering, I wonder where she's at.
I know.
In Jamaica. Yeah, I
don't know that I saw that.
Where all those pens drop. When I shared my process video this week, I sped up the pen drop, and it was even a lot of fun seeing them drop super fast.
Yeah, that was a good video. Thank you.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
My pleasure. But yeah, I love that we have friends all over the world.
Isn't it? It is just a bonus.
It's
we get
awesome.
Cute cards, we get fun things to do, and we meet nice people. Wow. That's so good.
Yeah. I've always held on to the principle that we're more alike than we are different. Mm-hmm. With all the different cultures that we have. They're all special for their own reasons and everything, and not to take that away from it, but I do think we're all more alike than we are different.
Yeah. Many ways. How's Dr. Shrub doing?
He's good. He's just walking in. I hear him coming in.
I just heard the door and I wondered if that was Dr. Shrub. That's her very, very nice husband.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's wonderful. He's my better half.
And he's musical too, isn't he?
Uh-huh. Yeah, he's a musician.
Do your kids play?
My son has played, both of my children played the piano for a few years each when they were younger. Mm-hmm. And then my son played the violin.
Oh, nice.
But they're not playing currently.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
They've gotten into theater and other artistic adventures. My son is currently editing and falling in love with video editing, which is really cool because when I started my channel, I figured out that I liked video editing too.
Well, how about that? That's nice. So are you
Yeah,
helping
so-
him with it?
No, I mean, he's using completely different programs, and
Oh, gotcha.
he's editing video gameplay and stuff.
Mhm.
So it's a whole nother world, but it's cool, and he shares it with me. So at night he'll usually have, a video for me to watch showcasing his video edits.
That's terrific. That's good times, good memories.
Yes.
Good for him. So you have a kind of a bend toward one type of video, or is he just so new and learning and exploring?
Oh gosh, he's so good already. Like he does these how when you're watching a show and it's like previously on whatever you're watching and they show you
Yes.
like recaps. He does that.
Oh,
And he does all these really cool transitions, and he transitions the music and just everything.
that's wonderful.
I'm really impressed.
Yeah. How fun for him.
I'm also impressed by your son and all that he does for us here on Craft Roulette.
He does a lot.
It's a lot. I love that new Patreon poll. I can't remember what you called it. The Patreon report, I think.
The report.
Sir-
I need to work out some methodology in how I tally the totals, so it is a little bit. We get enough votes that it kind of just evens out, and I need to figure out how to get them a little bit more exact. But it's getting there.
I really like it. I think it's super cool.
Well,
You're
we
always
didn't
adding
have
new
any.
things.
We didn't have any kind of feedback before.
Right.
Yeah, it was kind
It
of
was-
like I wanted feedback anyway, and so usually my philosophy is, if I want to see it, I bet other people would want to see it too. So why not just make it part of the show?
Mm-hmm.
So
Agreed.
that's what I tried to do. It's kind of working. It needs some. I'll get back to it
Little
eventually.
tweaking and
Yeah.
got
I'll have to
room
read up
for
on
improvement.
statistics again.
ugh. I'm sorry. Did I make a noise?
That's
I
so
feel
funny.
like I made a noise.
Statistics. I
99%
think that's got to be
of
one
them.
of the least
are lies.
popular classes in college coursing.
Wouldn't you?
courses.
It's like if you chose to teach it, you're just you're choosing to not be liked. You're choosing headaches every night. It seems.
My father-in-law is a statistics professor. Well, a retired
Oh.
statistics professor.
Oh my lands! Did
Mhm.
he have a lot of headaches?
He probably caused a lot of headache. I think he loved it too much to be bothered by it.
Oh, funny.
I wish I knew more about it, to be honest, because I can get computers to do the math for me. So
Well, there's that.
Right?
That's not a bad way to look at it. Oh, geez, those are so
Oh, I
cute.
forgot I'm supposed to be doing calming, quiet colors. Oh boy, here we go.
Well, now, okay, so do you find these colors calming?
Well, for me, yeah.
Yeah. See?
I don't know about for the general public.
But you're not, the general public's not deciding what you're making.
That's true. That's
this
true.
is your art project.
This is your art project.
Let me just cover up some of that turquoise. This needs
But
some
those
more.
wouldn't
I'll
be
try to
calm to many.
I'll
I
add
saw
some
a couple
calmness
people
here.
ask where those bears were from.
These are waffle flower bears. Aren't they cute?
They're adorable.
I've had them for a little bit, and I had intertwined bear hug dye. I think they're awfully cute, and I hadn't used them, and right before tonight's show, I thought, I'm just going to cut these and stick them back in the dye bag, and maybe something will happen that I'll get to use it. And I did. I cut this little edge off, so I'm going to use it. They are so cute. I don't know how they came up with this cute design. I've seen it used a lot, but he's just a little cute baby bear. There you go. So these guys, boink. I think, and see, I've never made this card, so I'm kind of like, oh, mail, I hope I know what I'm doing. But I think they just go on like this, and then we'll put something underneath to hide the tab. That should work, right?
Sure. I
And
think
then
it'll work.
They'll look cute and beautiful.
Yes. They are really precious. And I love your calm colors. Those
Thanks.
Catherine Puller colors in your
Yeah.
screen that I'm seeing.
Yeah, they turned it. Look how pretty those are. They look a little sunsetty.
Yeah. I added a little book page to mine, a little painted book page. So I've been doing this Marguerite Miller collage weekly prompt challenge. I did it for 6 months last year.
I remember.
And then I just started it again this year. And I'm doing 5x7 cards. But I only make one video a month. But now I'm finding that I want to make collage cards more.
That's a bokeh-ish pattern right there.
The little white dots are my bokeh. Yeah. So you're doing what? I'm sorry. So you're doing it how often?
So once a month, I release a video that has all 5 or 4 weeks of my collage cards in them.
Okay.
But they're much like kind of what I'm doing tonight, where I collage and then I turn it into a 5x7 card. So I collage on an index card that's 4x6, and then I put that on a card front and make it a 5x7 card.
Sounds good.
And it's been a lot of fun. It's very freeing and takes me back. I've done collage, I got to thinking about it just throughout my life at different times, and it's just always been something that I enjoyed.
Yeah. You do it very well.
Oh, thank you.
Do you worry about balance or proportion or anything like that when you do it?
So last year when I did it, I was mostly worried about creating stories. And this year I'm having a little more fun with it being surreal. And I found that in the surreal world of collage, you don't worry about proportion. In fact, they're more interesting when they're not in proportion.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I've noticed, and I like changing things up. I wanted to do it again, but I had to have a different approach. I had to make, an attempt to go about it in a different way.
Yeah. Well, you have worked real well with her ideas or her prompts. I thought that I've watched some. They're very interesting.
Yeah, they're fun. They're just a lot of fun. I think, I love dies and stencils and all the typical card making things. I like making 1-layer cards. I like making, a lot of cards that I think are very similar to other things that you would see in our world of Instagram and YouTube and things like that. But this feels different, and I like that as well.
Speaking of things you see on Instagram and YouTube, we met your dog this morning.
Yes, that was Phasma.
He's so cute.
Oh, thank you. She's a sweetheart. I love her so much. It's so funny. I wasn't prompting her. I was talking to her, but she's so used to me talking to her about things. She has no idea what I'm talking about. That she just goes along with me on it. And so it was fun. It was fun having her in there and playing around with her. She
seemed very happy about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's a sweetheart, and she's always jumping and bouncing and just
Bit of a
she's
tigger.
goofy and fun. The world doesn't work. Okay.
Mine didn't work just now. I tried to do something very, very clever and it didn't work. So these things
Yeah,
happen.
that one didn't work.
These things happen. My sweets are cupcakes and pie.
And your bear scene, they're being sweet.
And they're being sweet too. I'm double dipping. I'm making sure this works. Yeah, well, Boomer was just sitting there last night. And he was sitting, he tries to act like I'm not eating Fritos, but I was eating Fritos. And he just sits there and pretends that he wasn't begging, but he's very attentive, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So,
He just likes to be close to food.
yes. Yeah, oh boy, does he. And so he was just sitting there so cute, and I thought he would probably like everybody to watch Craft Roulette. And so I just started talking as Boomer. And we got it. And then when I said cookie, his eyes just went dunk dunk. It was so cute.
Well, I was inspired by Boomer's video. I was like, I wonder what my dog thinks about Craft Roulette.
Critters love Craft Roulette too.
Yeah, they sure
Yeah.
do.
Not all. I know there are some critters that do not like it when their mommy is watching crafting, but and get in there and demand their attention. I know that's true. I've seen them. But we like to pretend that they do. And this was what I was going to do on my if I ever got Blackboard too. So if I get Blackboard next week and I do this again, it's going to just have to work.
Really questioning this card, but that's what improv card making
Improvisation.
is.
Yep.
Yes, improvisation. That's what it's, you just got to go for it sometimes.
You're doing fine. I know. I know. Hold my root beer and here we go. I do have, I don't have any questions because the questions were written for Bindu. But I did grab a couple comments that the patrons had written about the vetoes and such, and I thought you might enjoy hearing some of those.
Oh, absolutely.
Like Gwen Simmons said, "Oh no, decision fatigue will occur if we get something from the floor. Just too many choices, Mary."
I agree, Gwen. I love Gwen.
And
She's wonderful.
She's wonderful. Yeah, she's a very playful girl. So you were saved again this week. You were saved again this week, Gwen. Not saying that next week we'll get away with it again, though. You just never know. I haven't picked up the black baker's twine. It's been on my floor now for months since we had this. Because I figured I could use it for just about anything. I thought that was funny. We do seem to have team clean floor and team messy floor.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. There's definitely that going on.
I could see that. I mean, I would love to have a clean floor. And I do have one from time to time, and then it just seems to get cluttered.
Just remember this. Clean floor is just a guess. It was just a mess. That got all tidied up. I don't know if this is going to... Let's see. If we do it this way... It doesn't have to be level. Sometimes things are not level. And they're hiding. That's good.
I hope my card can inspire some people here tonight or that will watch in the replay that maybe maybe they're just getting started, or for kids, that are here and watching, they're just getting started or they don't have a lot of supplies, and they see that they can make a card just by cutting out images from a magazine out of a book and painting papers and there's all different kinds of ways to make a card.
There are so many.
Okay.
And it's so fun.
It is so fun. I am so glad I found this hobby.
It's truly. Me too. Can you imagine what we would have done with all our life? This is like a
money?
big life thing, right? Well, yeah.
Rhonda says she couldn't have anything on her floor with her beagle.
Oh, beagle.
Oh, yeah.
We'll put this right on.
Buckley used to eat paper.
Buckley, my poor Buckley. He loved paper. He also ate a few stamps.
Oh, my goodness.
Dog liked to eat. And
I got a new
wolf it
leather
really
purse.
fast. Oh,
As
be
he
careful.
was sniffing it the other day, I was like,
Be careful.
No.
Lenine says her dog loves paper. That's so weird. It's funny, though.
I lost a strap on my Coach purse to
Painful.
somebody else's dog, and it was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if we can ever be friends again.
Yes.
Because that was tough. That was a tough loss. Oh, get in there. There you go, sweet babies. Oh, aren't they just so cute? They could have some flowers on them. Can't they? They can have flowers. Sure.
They can have anything you want on them.
I can collage some flowers on them.
There you go.
Whoops, where'd it go? Oh, there it is.
Where's Heidi? Heidi, there you are. Your dog loves paper too. Heidi, am I doing okay? Be honest. I can do something normal if I need to. I know this is not normal.
This is your normal, though.
Oh, my goodness.
But that's a good thing. We kind of get into, I have to make this kind of card and that kind of card. And you're a brilliant example of, no, this is what you do.
You just have some fun. Do whatever you want. And I don't make cards like this all the time, but it's fun to do this kind of thing. And I learned so much from doing the collage challenge last year. I was working in a spiral bound book and on a much bigger size and everything. But I just learned so much about composition and arrangement and storytelling because I was taking these random prompts and turning them into stories. Yep. And it was invaluable.
Sire would be good. Sire would be good at this.
Yes, he would.
Ooh, someone's saying the baby bear could be holding the flowers.
Well, it kind of looks like he is right here. And if he puts his little paw under there, it will hold the card shut. So stick it under there. There you go, buddy. Looky there. It turned out beautiful. Then we're going to cut these things off. Then I don't have to worry about the angle because the angle has been determined.
Thank you for the love, Tina and Rhonda and those who don't want to kick me out. Thank you. They're like, oh gosh, please don't bring her back.
Deputy Heidi said you're doing great.
Oh, thank you, Heidi.
You got to split that bribe with me, Heidi.
Right?
Oh, brother.
Oh my goodness.
The money in the Craft Roulette Police Department flows up
To the chief of police.
Wait, there's money?
I don't see it.
Right.
It's all between the chief of police and Deputy Heidi. If you are new here, we have so many traditions in Craft Roulette. You may feel a little bit left out. Don't be. It all makes sense in time. There's words that we use, and it's just an evolution of it all. So it's fun, though. It all makes sense in time.
Just stick around for a while.
I saw some newer person in our Facebook group, which, by the way, if you haven't joined our Facebook group, you're welcome to do that, was saying, what does this word "scute" mean? It was like, well, it means
a very fair question.
And the answer that they got was it means sweet and cute. And I thought, well, that makes sense. That's not what I intended it to be. I always thought it was like super cute or so cute, just a hyphenated scute. And but I like super sweet and cute too. This is kind of scute, don't you think?
I think it's super cute.
I think it's turning out okay.
Reva says that was her.
Oh yes, it was Reva. You have any other questions, Reva? There's mesk also. Mesk is another term, and mesk is a messy desk. So we say that a lot too.
Yes.
Scoot just makes it faster, so you don't have to less jaw work, as we say around here. Just less jaw work. But there is a page a glossary page on our website, in case you really want to go down in the weeds.
Yeah, I like that you added that, by the way.
Yeah. Well, 201 episodes and a lot of interaction, things come up. But it is fun. And I figure that's what makes us a culture, because we have our own language. We have our own dress code, which is stretchy pants. and that's, just all those things that a culture needs. Common activities. So you're welcome to be here. We're glad to have you. Ginger Larkin was very creative and resourceful on last week's card. She said that she cut a button off a shirt that needed to be turned into a rag. I thought that was pretty good.
Yes, I think that is a great idea, a great resource.
Very card monkey of her also. She's done that. It's great. And that's fabric art.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So there's some mixed medias going on, even when there's not mixed media going on.
And it's very resourceful and like repurposing. Mm-hmm. I love the idea of repurposing things. I got this, my mom brought me this bag. She volunteers at a number of places, and she brought me this bag of fabric that they were going to dispose of at this. She works at this, but volunteers at a thrift store that all the money and proceeds go to a food bank. Okay. And she was like, they got this. She called me on the phone. She's like, we got this bag of fabric and we don't know what to do with it. It's just scraps. And I was like, what do you mean you don't know what to do with it? She's like, yeah, that's what I thought you'd say. All right, I'll bring it to you later. We were just going to throw it away. I was like, does it smell bad? I mean, is it dirty? Like, why would you throw it away?
It's really hard to throw things away. Yeah.
I washed it and I got it out of the dryer, and a lot of pieces were all tangled up and stuck together because it literally was scraps. And every time I use those scraps, I feel so honored. I feel like whoever kept them, they saw a vision for them and they just didn't get to execute it. And now I get to take these and value them and treasure them and make something with them. So they feel special to me. I feel like I'm helping.
Did you use those in your slow stitch? Is that what part of the, or were those?
Actually, yeah, some of that was.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
actually all from that bag.
Well, how about, that's cool. That gives me more context.
Biddy, there's a question in the chat about what that craft knife you were using was.
Oh, this one when I was cutting out of my book. This is from Daiso. See, it's got a very thin little, but you can get them on Amazon. Yeah, and if you just look up like craft knife, you can find one of these. It's just, I like it for that book because I'm trying to keep my images mostly intact. And so I get to kind of just more easily than using my big box knife that I usually use. I've been able to more exactly extract the images that I want.
Yeah, they're tiny. I have one someone sent to me. Bob Bear. And it looks like a little pen, but it's has a little sharp tip.
Yeah, I really like it.
You might have to show off how your card is an easel.
I have a, well, this is not an easel card, but it has an easel. It's a card with an easel. This is my easel, and it's talking about the sweets. My colors are very quiet, and I have a bokeh or bouquet or whatever it is in the background there. And then it's also another, it opens up to a, so you can write. Is that qualified, Deputy Heidi? Oh, thank you, Stephen, for putting that in there on the bokeh thing. Is that what that is? That's good. Yeah, Gina Kay had just shown that a couple weeks ago. So you should be able to get some good tips on that. And somebody had a question about gatefold. I think I have a sample. So you can see the difference. Maybe. Not promising. But
I love their embrace. It's so sweet.
I know. When I first saw somebody make something out of this, I was immediately enamored.
Yes, that is just the sweetest.
And thank Waffle Flower for sending it to me. I do not have a Z fold, but I can show you. A Z fold or a gatefold. A gatefold is when you have the opening in the center. And I didn't measure. Some people would. I don't. But this is a gatefold when it opens like this. And then this is an easel. When it, the folds are different. Maybe you can see the folds. Those are two folds for the gatefold. And then there's just the middle fold for the easel. And then a middle fold again for one of the sides. And it just folds like that. Maybe that helps. And this easel can be a basic Z fold too, which is when you have it like that. They're not hard.
Yeah.
They're not hard.
Man,
but they're a lot of fun.
If there were only dozens of YouTube channels dedicated to teaching these concepts,
Yeah.
they would come on our show and craft with us every weekend, Friday night.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's a great idea. And we could have random parameters. Should we do that? Have spins and all those things?
Seems like a good idea to me.
Oh, okay. So Lenine Jesse, and I'll tell on this one because we have a third show called the Patron Show or Member Show, and it's only for patrons and members. And it's when we take, we have a card slideshow with another patron for our patrons. And Lenine Jesse was our guest this week. And she left a message about last week's parameters too. And she said, and she had this really complicated card. And she goes, ever almost finish a card, then realize a parameter is missing? Give me some hearts if that's ever happened to you. That happened on her 200th, her episode 200th card. And it was really, really complex. So she said there was no burr colors. And so she found out that there's some hearts. She found out that there is something actually called pink snow. And its name is watermelon snow. And so that's what she used for her color parameter. So there you go. There's an example of stretching the parameters to work for you.
I really like that.
Pink snow, watermelon snow. It's something about algae that it lands on.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
Very cool.
I know. You learn so much around here. Well, I think my card is good and done, except for the back, where I have to say, inspired by Craft Roulette. Give it a little dauber here. A little harder when it's not the sponge. And a little free spirit brush, brush there instead of a stiff sponge. And
I was looking for my Craft Roulette stamp set because I wanted to do that too, but
inspired by Craft Roulette, made by MG. There we go. So I've described my card, and I think it turned out okay.
I really like your card a lot.
Oh, I'll show you a little closer then.
It looks like Bonnie made 2 cards. Bonnie! Wow.
Bonnie has made so many cards. Now that, for those who are newer, that only counts as 1 card in the gallery. But
it's technically weeks of participation.
Yeah.
How we quantify it.
Yeah. All right, walk us through it, girl.
Okay, so I do have an easel card here. So she pops up properly.
Nice.
I just used foam tape and this patterned paper here to engage the pop-up part. And then, this is a 5x7. So I just scored it at 2.5 on that front cover to get the easel. And then I used some patterned paper behind my collage because I wanted to kind of mask more of that edge. And then I collaged these 2 sweethearts with some desserts, and I stamped "You are so sweet." And it the more and more I worked with this image, the more and more it reminded me of my mother and father-in-law. So I made it a happy anniversary card because their anniversary was yesterday, I think. So
oh, that's perfect.
It turned into an anniversary card.
It's like he's got his cool leisure suit on.
Yeah, and then she's got that classic style.
She's
I love
cute.
her sun
She's
hat and purse and shoes and everything. It's just really nice.
Yeah, she is. That's great. It's perfect. It's so bitty penny, and it worked out great. And that they will like that card, and it's so nice that it has a personal touch to it for somebody. Yeah, that's great. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. Well, I like my submission this week. I'm happy with it. And I might give him a little black nose. But I'm going to be a little more careful when I do than right now. I'm going to wait till morning. And then sometimes that's a good idea. Well, we did it. We did our job. And I think we kind of handled some trickies. But not undoable. Because those are really very doable. It's just that with your personality and your style, it was a little bit of a, wow, this is not something I would put down for Bitty Penny's best choice. And you handled it like a champ.
Oh, thanks. I do see that there's a question about my bokeh, and it's just hints of bokeh around.
Because not every parameter has to be the bold main kind of thing.
Yeah. So it's just kind of hint.
Right. You can just kind of sneak it in there. It's good. And somebody's asking about these bears again. These are from Waffle Flower. It's called the Intertwined Bear Hugs die. And I thank them for sending this to me. I'm glad I got to use it. Well, I think there's going to be, certainly, certainly there's going to be at least 100 people that want to play this week, don't you think?
I hope so. I think there will be.
Well, we had 470, and I think the people that will see what they're going to win, they're going to send them in. That's a big lure. So why don't we let you rest just for a second, change your camera, and we will tell everybody how they can play.
Sounds great.
I love playing this game. I love these parameters every week. I know, and I never love the parameters when we first get them. Well, probably 95% of the time I don't like them. But by the end of the evening, I'm their best friend. I'm totally believing that they can be done, and I think you guys can do it too. If you want to play along and be eligible for our giveaways, join us. Use those same 4 parameters, family-friendly, handcrafted, and upload them to craftroulette.live. There's a submit card form. Just do it electronically. It's a piece of cake. And they will be live Monday morning. If you're not a patron, you have to have it done by Sunday, Central Time, midnight. But if you are a patron, get a load of this. You have till Thursday. And that's like not just 1 week, not just 2 weeks, but for the whole time you are a patron. And that's pretty cool. Who else gives you extra time for fun? I'm giving you extra time. We're giving you extra time for fun. I think that's a good way to put it. Do we have some new guests or some great guests coming up? Oh, yes, we do. Our friend Crafty Owl will be here next week. Daniel West come checking in. We haven't seen him in a long time. Looking forward to seeing what's new with him. We get to meet Libby Hickson. She's never been here before. Ann Butler after that. And then Biddy Penny's friend, Tracy Phillips, will be joining us. That's a lot of new people to meet. I'm looking forward to it. I love our frequent flyer friends, and it's always a pleasure to meet new ones, too. Glad to have them here. This is the best seat ever. We do like to brag on our patrons and thank them as often as we can because, it's hard to make a buck anymore. And so this show does cost money, and this is how we fund it. I funded it for years, and that kind of got tiring. So I really do love and appreciate you guys helping us out. We are sending this kind of, maybe, I think, fun, card-making fun all over the world because of these lovely people that are on this list. Every week, we love to say hi, thank you. I'm going to meet a bunch of you tomorrow, and I'm looking forward. I hope I have a voice. Looking forward to that, and I have a game planned. So make sure you can join us if you can. If you are a patron, we'd like to meet our first-time patron call people first. But if you have been on 10 calls, you can join us too. We love it. By the way, patrons, I am looking for somebody to help me co-host to open the door. So if you could let me know if you're going to be there, I'd appreciate it. Because Leslie is going to go do something. What the heck? Man, I don't think Brownie likes it well enough to do it. Her dog doesn't, Brownie doesn't like Craft Roulette. It's hard to admit. With all these dog loves around here that love Craft Roulette. There's the giveaway confetti. I'm going to go. Pardon me. I was trying not to. Here's the giveaway confetti. If you sent in one of those 470 cards last week, your name will be on that spinner. And we are going to give you something if it lands on it. We have a list of goodies to give away, and the first one is always a Krog, a handmade card with an itty bitty gift, which is our Craft Roulette original giveaway. We have given away 200 of them. This one goes all over the world. Thank you guys for spending the evening with us. How many are going to make cards? It'll be fun. It's fun. Try it. And join us over on our Facebook group. That's a lot of fun. Laura Ellis, it looks like I'm going to England with this one. Well done. Let me know if you want it, and I will send something off your way. I just sent her a Roulette robot stamp set because she's a mug clubber. That's pretty cool. That means she has sent in over 100 cards. That's so amazing. For a Craft Roulette goodie bag, it does need to stay in the United States. And Kat's in the United States, I think. So, Kat, make sure you let me know your address.
What time is the Patreon Zoom call tomorrow?
Noon Central.
Okay. If you go to our website and log in as a patron, it will auto-adjust the call time to your time zone, and then you can also add it to your calendar. So.
Yep. And there's instructions on the patron blog, but if you go to the patron login section on craftroulette.live, look for the Zoom schedule, join, and I think it says join, or the schedule. It says there's a little button, and then it tells you.
It says Zoom. It's under Zoom calls.
Yeah. And it's February 10th. Look for that one. It's pretty slick. It's one click to join us, one click to add to your calendar. For a box of your paper insider paper, I made some things with it today. My gosh, that stuff is remarkable. Oh, good for you, Sharon Luska. You are going to like it. They have great paper and wonderful customer service. Thank you, Alina, for helping me out on. I told the story sometime lately. I don't remember when, maybe Tuesday, about what they did for last week's winner. It's good. I like these people. I like the paper. For a Gina K $100 gift certificate. Yes, I forgot to tell you to sit down before I announced that this time. Oh, and shackles. What a joy. Well done. Now that is going to Australia, so we'll have to figure, you guys will have to figure all that out, but hopefully you can get something. That's wonderful. For a $25 Colorado Craft Company gift certificate, this is, we're getting these people as spin sponsors because of our friend Daniel West. Thank you, Daniel. Daniel and I had a yawning contest last time he was on the show. Michelle T, well done. Congratulations. Please use the email address that you sent your card in with the same one, because there's a safeguard and it will not recognize you as the winner if you use something else. Another
That's
25
on the claim prize form on our website.
Another Colorado Craft Company is going to Rebecca Howell. But you have to claim it. You have to let me know. I usually do these on Monday, so because some of the companies don't work on the weekends, and so don't worry about not hearing from me right away. So we'll get to you first next week. Congratulations all. See how easy it is to win? All you have to do is send in one of those cards, 4 parameters, by midnight or Thursday, whichever. You can do it. It's fun. It's fun. I want to see what you do. I do. I love seeing what you guys come up with. It's just a blast. Plus, we have the Tuesday show, so your card may be on the show, or I may case it. Oh my lands, that may be something they don't want. So, anyway, should we bring that pretty bitty penny back on? I mean, seriously, somebody just says, here, it's $25 to go shopping at Colorado Craft. I made a card, so, that's pretty cool.
It's awesome. So many wonderful spin sponsors. They're all so generous and
they are
supportive, and I love that they do this for Craft Roulette and for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm really glad that we started the program and that it's been such a great thing. We do have some affiliate links. You can see all of those over on craftroulette.live under Associates, Spin Sponsors. And you can see all the things. There's some that have discounts as well. So check it out. Well, we did it. We faced that rascally Mr. Wheel.
I have an idea that I've been wanting to share, and I've been meaning to pop onto Facebook to share it, but I've forgotten or been busy and haven't been on Facebook in probably a month. But I was thinking there's over 337,000 possibilities when you have 4 parameters and 24 items under each parameter. So the epiphany that I had was, if I just thought in my craft room of stamps being one parameter, paper being another, and inks maybe being one, or stencils being the 4th, how many possibilities do I have in my craft room? Because I have more than 24 of those things.
Yeah.
We have millions of possibilities in our craft room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we really do. Yeah, there's no reason to be bored. There's no reason to think. Yeah.
Yeah. Be courageous in your card.
Just get in there and play.
Mm-hmm.
Pick some parameters. Pick a stamp set. Pick a stamp and you can reverse engineer it. Pick a stamp set and figure out what parameter it would fit. Or, and just go, oh, or how I have a parameter for this. Just randomly pick a stamp set and challenge yourself. Okay, I don't know how to make this into cozy, but I'm going to make it into cozy. Yeah.
Change the
sweets.
colors or...
How am I here's a flower stamp or a camera stamp. How am I going to make that into sweet? Figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Our craft rooms are treasure troves.
Yeah, limitless possibilities. So,
and our brain is the key.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you're right. If you are not over on Bitty Penny, you can see how she works. She's just a lot of fun, because you may be new to some people. Make sure you go over, please. You can get the link right there on the description. And go over and subscribe because you are pretty close to 10,000.
Yeah, it's shocking.
Yeah, isn't it funny? It's
Yeah.
just funny. How many people? That's a lot of people.
I know. It's shocking, and I'm honored.
Yeah,
and
it's pretty special.
What you saw tonight is a sample, but I do so much more, and I have so many styles. I just had decided, I don't think I've ever done collage on Craft Roulette, and I wanted to bring collage to it.
You've painted fabric.
Yeah, that was wild.
Hold my root
Watercoloring
beer.
on linen on Craft Roulette for the first time.
You never know until it's over what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crafters and craftettes, so nice to spend the evening with you. I will be reading your comments over the weekend. Mr. Producer, wonderful job as usual. Bitty Penny, thank you so much for helping us out. And heck, I'd spend the evening with you anytime at all. Yeah, it's good stuff. Craft Roulette, bringing friends together like Bitty Penny and Mary Gunn. It's a nice thing. Kiss those brains. Have a great weekend. I'm looking for your cards. Let's go do it.